everyone, I'm Teak444 or Snowy Days. I hope y'all are having a lovely day or have had a lovely day. As for me, honestly, I've just been trying to keep hydrated and cool with the summer heat, and I hope y'all are too. Lately, my lives have been pretty not good in the context of buffering and delays, which I'm very sad about. As I've always stated, these streams really are a highlight to me, so I'm going to try my best to reach some conclusion. As for right now, though, I'm probably going to focus a little more on videos and lives, unfortunately, just because it will give me something to get out other than really buffery content. Do stick around until the end though, since there is a little surprise there. But onto the topic of today's video, I'm going to continue with the series I mentioned in my last video where I draw on different sites, etc. and with different brushes while I yap about something over it. Before I continue, I just want to thank y'all for the support on the first part of this series. It honestly shocked me. Now, something that was suggested that I talk about and something that I've been meaning to talk about for a while now is the Animal Jam Classic Rarity system, or as I like to say, the AJC economy. Seriously, who knew that this 2010s game, initially created to teach children about wildlife, would eventually have this much draw to its system of exchanging goods and building up one's worth? Now, I already talked about the rarity system once on my channel if y'all want to go check that out, because it's crazy that a video I made just a few months ago on how much the rarity system has changed has already practically become totally out of date. Now, the message is still valid, but like the values that I had mentioned in that video have definitely shifted around a bit since then, or a lot. I'm actually quite sad because this giveaway that I'm doing for 3K, I want it to be like 5 solid words or something, and at this time it was about 5 solid words because the rim headers was about 4.5 to 5, plus a purple long would like have it to a solid 5 worth. But recently that headers has dropped down to about 4 worth now, so you know, that's so amazing, wow. But I'm not going to go and list what all the major items are worth because that isn't the point of this video. I'm sorry if you thought that it was. With how the system has been acting lately, that video would have gone out of date after a couple months or so anyways. I also don't want to go off on another tangent on how difficult trading is right now because I already always talk about it at least a couple times or so on each of my live streams. But I will say this, it's a little off to see so many people trying to trade but so little trades actually being made. Since, as the majority of y'all know, when you trade, a trading symbol will appear above your character to indicate that you are in the process of an exchange. I no joke sat in Brady's lab for 20 minutes trying to trade down my long collars with no luck, and I swear, for a good majority of that time, that symbol did not pop up. A solid 10 minutes at least passed by without anyone even attempting to trade. And of course, some people are very specific on what they want to trade and for what, which is completely valid, but I don't know. I don't even know how to describe the feeling of seeing that, especially since I was more used to how it was like in the mid to late 2010s where I would be getting trades within a minute of advertising something like a long color for trade. I have no joke become so desperate to trade down my purple long colors that as of right now in late July of 2024, I'm willing to accept like 2 good short colors and 2 decent short colors, or a bad long color and a good short color, whereas in the beginning of the year, they were worth like 4 good short colors or 2 bad long colors. In 2018, they would have been worth 3 bad long colors. Not just willing to accept, I'm basically pleading for someone to consider it. Please, if you have 2 good shorts and 2 decent, let me trade, please. But that also brings me to something that has always confused me. So in this economy, a bad long color, let's just say the orange long is worth 10 dembetas. 10 dembetas. A good short is worth about 7 dembetas, so I could trade a good short and 3 dembetas for a long collar, right? Or maybe a good long wrist, yeah? No. You need 2 good short colors for a bad long collar, typically. But isn't that over? 7 plus 7 is 14, and that is 4 over. You could get a bad short color extra with that, but no. We're using Animal Jam Classic trading logic here, you see? That just doesn't matter. Like said, this confused me when I joined in like almost 11 months ago, and it still baffles me today. Something that I also don't get is the difference between member and non-member Dembas. They were released all in the same time period. Are the non-member ones just viewed as better than the member ones? Is there less of a probability of getting one in an adventure than the member ones? Honestly, I don't know. If any of y'all do, feel free to educate me in the comment section. And I've honestly only started seeing people display this difference of demand fairly recently. By that, I mean maybe 7-8 months ago. But that's still after I returned to the community. Or maybe it was always like that before and I just didn't notice, but I know for a fact it was not 1.5 member Dembas for every one non-member Demba back in like 2021. That's pretty much all I had to comment about the rarity system right now without being too repetitive on what I've already talked about in the past. I hope y'all are enjoying the background speed paint. For this part of the series, I thought of using another game that I somehow got dragged into playing a couple years ago, which is none other than Roblox. And no regrets, some of the games here are actually really fun. I might make a gameplay video later with Roblox, maybe a few of them, but anyways, if I thought AJ's art studio was difficult, AJC's, that is, AJ Playwild, is a whole different topic that I might get into in a future video. This was quite the task, quite the challenge. Being stuck with one brush type and not being able to zoom in has me genuinely tweaking, especially since the smallest brush width is still pretty thick. I decided to draw my character again because I just like drawing him, Sumi. It's just part of his face, but I didn't really have all that much room to include much more than that. I still enjoyed this process though, and if y'all are wondering how to do something like this yourself, you can search up the game Draw and Donate. With all that being said though, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscriptions, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream or video. Bye!